Hello, first generation graduates, families, and friends, and welcome to the Spring 2021 First Generation Graduate Tribute Presentation. My name is Derek Jackson, and I've had the pleasure of serving as your program specialist for first generation student programs here at UT Dallas. This presentation today, with your messages and tributes to your family, friends, and supporters, is very special to us. It's very intimate because everyone that you are going to see on screen today is a first generation college graduate from UT Dallas. We are so incredibly proud of all of the effort, the perseverance, and the dedication that you have put into your degrees here at UT Dallas. We know that it has not been an easy path, but you have persevered, and we are just in awe of your accomplishments. I know personally what it means to graduate from UT Dallas as a first generation college graduate. And I am just elated and so excited to be here with you and your supporters. Equally excited is Dr. Courtney Brecheen, our Senior Associate Dean of Undergraduate Education and fellow first generation graduate.
Thank you, Derek. I'm Courtney Brecheen, the Senior Associate Dean in the Office of Undergraduate Education. I cannot wait to see the messages from students, family, friends, and supporters in the chat and comments. Thank you all for your participation in real time and afterwards as well. We are so proud of you, and personally, I am very proud of the speaker who will give some brief opening remarks. John Chang is a first-generation alum of UT Dallas. He actually was a student worker in my office for a very long time, what seems like forever ago. In each stage of his life, he believed in himself and built relationships for both their enrichment and value in helping to accomplish his goals. His overall message is simple. Reflect on your past to inform the future. Be proud. You are special. You are capable of great things, and do not settle. We wish you happiness and success. Enjoy the remarks and your recognition.
Hello, class of 2021. Congratulations on graduation. I hope all is going well with each and every one of you. My name is John Chang, class of 2015, and I'm here today to take you all on a journey focusing on the power of perspective and talk about why it's relevant. Talk about what it means to me, to you, to the society, and to the future, because you are the future. At the end of today's journey, I hope everyone will be able to take at least one key takeaway, pointer, or way of thinking. Remember it, retain it, and apply it to your everyday life, therefore leaving an impact. A common theme throughout my journey and speech will be, life isn't about the destination, it's about the journey. So for today's journey, let's first talk a little bit about why is perspective important. Having perspective allows you to enlighten to the truth, which is what you see and how you see it. It allows you to see things differently and allows you to transcend beyond the different planes of thought. For example, having a big perspective allows you to have a growth mindset, which is comprised of embracing challenges. You treat setbacks as opportunities. You're able to learn from criticism and find inspiration in the success of other people. And because of that, you are able to reach higher levels of achievement. Conversely, having small perspective equates to having a fixed mindset. And basically, you avoid challenges, you give up easily, you ignore useful feedback, you feel threatened by the success of other people. And because of that, you plateau early and you are not able to achieve as much as your actual full potential. Now, I'm going to share a few personal stories and my own perspective of what I learned throughout my life journey thus far. And throughout this process, I hope you'll be able to self-reflect on your own journey and recognize, acknowledge, and gain new perspective and apply it for the future. So here's a bit of background about myself. I grew up without a father. I grew up with a single mother taking care of myself and my brother. And she worked 4 jobs. It was really hard for all of us. We couldn't afford anything. Basically, I was Pope, because we couldn't afford the last 2 letters. I was made fun of wearing, shoes and clothes from trash cans. All my clothes had holes in them. And I also ate from trash cans at a few moments in my life. And I wasn't worried about people judging me because the truth was I didn't have time for that. I was more worried about my survival. I lived in a state of unknown and fear. And due to all of this, I did not have any confidence and security growing up. Which brings me to my first point. I realized that you have to be confident, believe in yourself, trust yourself, and take care of you and yourself. You are your own most important asset. You can't place value on human capital. You have to learn to invest yourself and love yourself. I realized that things will not be given to me and that my value and self-worth as a person wasn't tied to the material things I have or didn't have. Only through self-achievement did I eventually start developing that confidence, which brings me to my second point. You have to seize opportunities, speak up, ask questions, take the pride and ego out the equation, ask for help, be known, be heard, show up, speak your truth, stand up for yourself, and make moments matter. I realized that by asking the right questions, it led me from point A to B to C. And throughout a series of events, I began to develop that self-esteem and confidence because through my own actions of asking questions, combined with a sense of urgency and execution, it yielded results that grew out throughout time and paid dividends. And here are a few examples. When I first heard about the SATs and ACTs, I'm not going to lie, I did not know what that was. So I took the pride and ego out the equation and I asked for help. I asked questions such as, what are the SATs and ACTs? How is this going to help and benefit me? Why is going to college important? What are the requirements? And I got it done. Fast forward. There was one time I was walking in the hallways of high school and I saw a flyer from UT Dallas Office of Diversity and Community Engagement, basically requesting and wanting to hold seminars as part of their college preparation programs as part of their student outreach. I attended, I found the time, and I realized that I was the only student who showed up. When I first went to the session, they asked me, John, have you submitted your FAFSA? I looked at them and I said, what'd you call me? What's a FAFSA? I did not know what that was or is. And basically, I took the pride and ego out the equation at that moment of time and I asked for help. And because of that, I was able to successfully submit my FAFSA and my college application. Fast forward, I received my acceptance letter to UT Dallas and a scholarship offer. I looked at the scholarship offer and I went, I know I can do better. I believe I can do better. I could have called them or emailed the office, but I wanted to share my personal story with them and put a face and a personal touch to a name on my application. I seized the opportunity and I basically took the pride and ego out the equation and I drove up there and I met with the dean at the time, Dr. Sheila Piñeras. And when I met with her, I sat down, I told her where I'm from, I told her my journey thus far, I told her where I am right now and where I want to be. And I asked her, would you please be so kind to provide me guidance on how I can get there and achieve what I want to achieve? She told me, John, don't worry, I'm going to take care of you. And within one business day, I received a follow-up email from a member of her staff basically telling me what I need to do. Fast forward, I got it done. Fast forward, Dr. Brecheen basically then sent me an email stating, John, here's your updated scholarship offer. Fast forward, I then enrolled into UT Dallas as a freshman. And then from there on, I realized that I wanted to have a first-time part-time job. I took the pride and ego out the equation. I went to ask for help. I went to Dr. Brecheen and I asked her, can you please help me? She said, I'm going to take care of it and look into this. And within 1 week, she got back to me and says, John, we have an opportunity for you. I then became their first student worker. Fast forward, I was then now looking for internships. Couldn't really find any. Took the pride and ego out the equation. I called up my mentor, asked for help, and he basically gave me and made an internship opportunity for me. And fast forward, later on, all those things that came together, it allowed me to become competitive and I was able to secure more internship offers, and which eventually allowed me to get into my first full-time job and allowed me to get to where I am today. So I say all that to basically say that, yes, looking back at all my experiences, I was the one who walked the walk, but all of these things required me taking pride and ego out the equation, asking questions, seeking help, and then executing and following up. I could not have done it without help. You have to be your own driver in the driver's seat of your own life. You can't have someone else drive your life for you. You have to be invested, accountable, and have ownership in your life. Have skin in the game. I like to call it, you have to risk it to get the biscuit. People won't and don't know what you're going through unless you communicate and articulate it with them. Learn to ask for help. Let's talk a little bit about the difference between appreciation and expectation. Let's just say you want to get some coffee. So you go to Starbucks or a coffee store and you ask for something hot, a hot cup of coffee, but instead you get something only lukewarm. So your expectations and what's happening in reality creates potential stress and frustration. Expectations can lead to potential disappointment, stress, and negativity, whereas appreciation can lead to potential happiness, satisfaction, relief, reinforcement, and overall positivity. let's talk a little bit about the perspective of comparison being the thief of joy. Success is all relative. Your peers all graduating with you today are all graduating, but the way they got there, their journey, how they did it, when they did it, that's their story. No one can take that away from you because that is yours. Walk your own path at your own pace. Free yourself from the noise and distraction of other people. Stay your course. I also want to focus on paying it forward. Give back to the community. Help others in need. Lead by example, because in unity, there is strength. Strive for excellence. Respect each and every person. Have a heart of great forbearance and compassion. Have a thirst for knowledge. Have a positive attitude. Embrace yourself, who you are and where you come from. Learn to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. Learn to overcome the shortcoming of others. Time is a currency we all use. You're never going to get it back, so learn to invest it in yourself wisely. Segregate the significant few from the trivial many. Identify your champions, advocates, and mentors and stick with them. Change is the only constant, so learn to be flexible and adaptable and outmaneuver potential disruption. Experience the experience, whether it's good or bad, because lessons learned is lessons gained, and grow from them. Also, lastly, get out of your comfort zone because you will miss 100% of the shots you do not take. The fact that you are here today indicates that you have done things in a certain way through a period of time to get to where you are now. Your hard work has finally come to fruition. You did not get here today by chance or luck. This is a time for celebration, joy, happiness, and reflection. Do not undermine or underplay and downplay your success at all. You got here through your own actions, hard work, commitment, passion, dreams, goals, and sacrifices. You made it. The question now is, where else do you want to go? And what else do you want to do and achieve? This is not your last stop. This is not the end of your journey in life. Your life will continue to go on, flourish, develop, grow, and thrive. I want you to take a quick moment to think about who has helped you and supported you throughout your journey and thank them. Thank anyone who has supported you, impacted you, and contributed to your success. Your success is just as much as their success. Do not forget your story. Do not forget your journey, and do not ever forget where you have come from. Remember, life isn't about the destination, it's about the journey. And though the journey of my speech today is coming to an end, along with your graduation marking the end of your university chapter, your journey of life is just now beginning again with a new journey. Focus on what you want to become and focus on what you want to do and be. I expect great things from each and every one of you. You may be the first, but know that you may not be the last. Lead by example and inspire. As Ralph Waldo Emerson once said, do not go where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path and leave a trail. Allow your siblings, if you have them, or other family members, friends, and peers in your community to all graduate too, so that they all can become the first generation, so that all of you can establish your own legacies and dynasties in hope of a better future. Become part of a larger community, all striving for that continued pursuit of excellence. And with that said, this concludes our journey for today. I want to spend a few moments to thank everyone watching this. Thank you, UT Dallas, for giving me your education. Thank you, Office of Undergraduate Education, particularly Dr. Courtney Brecheen and members of the staff. You know who you are. Thank you, Mom. Thank you, brother. Thank you all. Once again, thank you all so much. Congratulations once again. I hope and wish the best for each and all of you in health, wealth, success, and happiness. Please take care. UT Dallas, whoosh.
Big thank you to John, my fellow classmate from the class of 2015, for those inspirational and encouraging remarks. It is now time for the presentation of graduates for the first generation class of 2021. Please enjoy the messages to supporters, families, and friends. And once again, we're so proud of each and every one of our first generation graduates for the class of 2021. Thank you all so much for joining us. Now time for the graduates. Whoosh.